On February 19, China disclosed the details of the conflict in the Khalwan Valley for the first time. We found out these 10 details are worth remembering forever. Detail 1. The head of the Chinese regiment took the lead. He really deserves the honor of the hero of defending the country. In the video, he was very impressed. He stood in the forefront of the river, stretched out his arms, and stopped a large number of Indian soldiers who had crossed the line. He should be our highest commander at the scene. Detail 2. The Chinese leader with his bare hands. The video is very intuitive. Standing in the water to stop the Indian army, bare hands. Nothing. It should be our surprise that India is not a confrontation this time, but a sudden attack. Watching the video, the Indian soldier who rushed to the front also stretched out his hand to push commander. Our soldiers may see that the situation is not good, and try to pull the captain behind. Detail 3. The Indian army waited and crossed the line. It is clear from the video that it was Indian soldiers waiting and crossing the line. The river is not shallow. The middle part should have no knees. The Indian soldiers pulled each other, but the Indian soldiers rushed straight. In the video, there are Indian soldiers waving long sticks in the water. Behind the head of the regiment, there are 2 characters China on the mountain wall. What does this show? India is deliberate. Detail 4. The Indian army brought a long stick shield. Almost all the Indian soldiers carried long sticks, and some even carried shields, and then surrounded the Chinese soldiers. What does this show? It is the same sentence. India is deliberate. If it wasn't deliberate, why did you bring so many people with your shield and stick? Detail 5. The battle continued into the night. When Chinese soldiers block Indian soldiers, the light in the video should still be daylight. The reinforcements arrived in time, but looking at the light, it should already be night. In other words, this battle lasted from day to night. This is a long day and one that can never be forgotten in the history of China's border defense. Detail 6. The Indian side left the casualties and fled. The Chinese report did not mention Indian casualties. In other words, the Indian army finally ignored the casualties and fled on its own. Seeing the report of ChinaNews.com, the Chinese side really did its best to provide medical treatment and livelihood security to the Indian personnel who were left behind, and handed over them and their weapons and equipment to the Indian side. According to India, 20 people died, but most of them should be the result of being abandoned in the harsh natural environment. Detail 10. This scene when returning. It's really teary. In the video, a large military plane arrived at the airport, soldiers lined up, honor guards holding portraits, and in the coffin behind were returning martyrs. The Ministry of National Defense also made it clear that the motherland will never forget the heroes and martyrs who sacrificed and wounded for the country, and the people will never forget. The families of the heroes and martyrs will be properly arranged and taken care of. Although it was not public at the time, the solemn ceremony was a tribute to the heroes and martyrs.